Hey seniors, we are here. We're in the Vietnam War. We're in the thing that I've been kind of hyping up for the past while now, and I think that you guys are going to be super excited to learn about it. I had the synchronous class with some of you earlier this week, and we kind of bounced ideas off of each other about what you guys really want to hear about in the Vietnam War. So here's a breakdown of how this unit, and this is kind of sadly going to be the last unit that we have together before you guys graduate high school. So excited, bittersweet, bittersweet. So here's one thing that I did. I kind of have this overarching breakdown of how we are going to handle the next couple of virtual weeks when it comes to the Vietnam War. All it has to do now is load. All right, so here's the breakdown. Session one, and this is due May 5th. It's going to be the background. It's going to be France versus Vietnam and U.S. involvement in Vietnam. Session two, which is going to be May 8th, is going to be the fighting. And here we're going to go over like the tactics and guerrilla warfare and napalm and Operation Rolling Thunder and Search and Destroy and the My Lai Massacre and all this stuff. Session three, which is going to be due May 12th, is going to be the role of media. All right, the impact of news anchors in Vietnam, killing versus murder, what was unseen in the Vietnam War, what was am I frozen? What was no, I'm not. What was unseen and kind of reported poorly in about the Vietnam War, and then we'll talk about Napalm Girl and again the My Lai Massacre. Session four will be the protests. So we'll talk about student protests. We'll talk about music. I have a really cool project that I want to give you guys about music. Hippies and African Americans all in there. Session five will be the Tet Offensive and kind of did the U.S. lose Vietnam? What happened in Vietnam? And what role did Nixon play in the end of Vietnam? And lastly, session six is going to be the legacy of the Vietnam War. Back to the main page. What does this look like for you guys? I've got the objectives right here. I'm not going to click on that. You guys can click on that on your own time. So if we go to the overview, right, this is kind of the due dates. This is what you have to get done moving forward. All right, not only this week, but in the weeks to come. Loading. All right, so for May 4th. So this is stuff that is due for you guys next Tuesday. All right, you have to view the Ed puzzle on the Vietnamese independence, the war for Vietnamese independence. That is France versus Vietnam. All right, you have to complete the Ed puzzle, which should take about 15 minutes of your time. All right, optional, and I strongly suggest this, especially if you get really into it. Ken Burns has an amazing documentary on the Vietnam War. It's one of the most highly regarded documentaries, history documentaries there is, and definitely the most highly regarded on the Vietnam War. It's on Netflix, so it's really easy for you guys to get your hands on. Watch it. The first episode is all about the French Indochina War. It's super interesting, so that's kind of like a little extension activity. All right, going back to our main site. Here is the Ed puzzle that you have to do. All right. I forgot. I'm sorry. Back to this. For Friday, May 8th. These are not done yet. All right. I'm going to be updating these so for next Friday, you guys will get that assignment drop on Sunday. All right. For Tuesday the 12th, you guys will get that assignment drop on Wednesday. For Friday the 15th, you'll get that drop on a Sunday. All right. And that's how I'm going to stagger this out for you guys. Being very honest, at school, I would have half a class period to talk about Vietnam, which sucks because I hate doing that. But I don't have any of these resources, right? I've had this first Ed puzzle video for a while, but all of the other resources I don't have, so I have to create them. So I'm not able to give you kind of everything all at once. So it's going to have to be staggered. So check in with this document every Sunday night and every Wednesday night for exactly what to do for that next upcoming deadline. All right. If you email me and say, I wasn't sure what to do, it means you didn't watch this video and you're not checking this document right here often enough. All right. So back to the main site. This is all we have up right now. 23.6, French versus Indochina War. This is your first deadline. All you have to do is click this link right here. It'll take you to the Edpuzzle video, which is probably going to be a while to load, or not. It's doing its thing. Wait for it. Wait for it. All right, that doesn't want to wait. This is it. All right, it's an Edpuzzle. It's got a couple multiple choice, a couple open-ended questions, a couple like additional notes that I'm giving you guys. But all you have to do for the first deadline is this Edpuzzle. And again, just check back with that document. My goal here is to teach you guys as much as I can about Vietnam in this short time period, and also let us have a little bit of fun as we kind of move on. Grace's mom is commenting on Facebook. As we kind of move on with Vietnam and you guys approach graduation. So, like I said, super bittersweet for me, but I hope that we can go out on a high note and have a little bit of fun and still learn at the same time. So, if you have any questions, let me know. And as always, be good.